Churches are places of worship and peace. But as cases of COVID-19 soared, most congregations had to close their doors, and those same churches ended up asking for federal bailout money.
So often we hear from our religious institutions that they don't want the federal government messing with them.
Jonathan Singer is a state representative from Longmont.
And now we're seeing that these same churches are going with their hat in hand to the federal government saying, we want your help.
He questions if churches should get federal funding through the Paycheck Protection Program, a program meant to keep small businesses alive and save jobs.
You know, there's certainly an ounce of hypocrisy there.
Newly released government data shows at least 45 faith-based organizations in Colorado got millions in coveted PPP loans. Topping the list with the largest loans were Cherry Hills Community Church in Littleton. The church got a $2 to $5 million infusion of federal money. The Archdiocese of Denver took out two separate loans, one for nearly $2 million, the other for $900,000.
We were already facing very tough decisions.
Mark Haas does public relations for the Archdiocese of Denver. He says without this federal money, the church would have struggled to keep its more than 4,000 employees.
Dozens of our parishes have soup kitchens, they have sandwich lines, they have food pantries, and they kept them open through this pandemic.
What do you say to those who question whether or not churches and faith-based organizations should have been eligible for this money?
This program was about people. It was about keeping people employed. These are people that pay their taxes.
Why do you have concerns with us reporting this information?
I mean, what we were providing was so needed during this time. So for someone to attack us for getting a little bit of assistance, it seems misguided.
And Catholic churches were not the only religious organizations seeking PPP funds. Jewish Community Centers of Denver got a $1 to $2 million federal bailout. Red Rocks Church in Littleton got the same amount.
If we're saving jobs of people who are out there on the streets trying to help people right now, that's one thing.
The Small Business Administration released special guidance in April that faith-based organizations are eligible to receive SBA loans regardless of whether they provide secular social services.
If we're propping up a religion, I think we have some serious constitutional questions about where the separation of church and state really should sit.
I'm Contact 7 investigator Jennifer Kowaleski.